Hey everybody, this is Ryan, and I am back with you guys to share some more ParanorMAIL with you. I finally got one of you to send me something, and since I've been back this whole week that I've been back, and this is a really cool story. I mean, this is super cool, and I really could not wait to share this with you guys. Also, I want to announce real quick before I forget, because I will. I am going to be on Bigfoot Odyssey, the show with Carrie Arnold, and he's been asking me for a long time, but you guys know I'm with the way that I've been involved in the Sasquatch stuff over the years. I'm just real leery, whatever, about people, in the community, because that community is, man, it's got some characters in it. And I've just kind of tried to keep myself away from all that. And that's why I haven't done a lot of the things that I've been asked to do. But, you know, it's one of those things that, I just wanted to kind of keep doing my own thing and not really get too involved with all that other stuff. I did it one time. I let stuff get to me and people get to me, and I mean, I've had people say some bad crap about me. And it's just, none of it had any truth to it. That's the thing. It's just crazy how they do that stuff, but that's what happens. Anyhow, that's why I haven't really done a whole lot of this stuff. But recently, with all the stuff that's come out, I feel like I need to share a lot of things that I've learned over the years. And there are some things that just really have kind of thrown me for a loop, because in years past, I've gotten some really weird stuff emailed to me, and it's just too coincidental. But anyway, I'll save that for the show, I guess. I'm gonna do talk a little bit about it though on my next episode. So I've got some really good ones lined up too. But anyway, this is the story that was sent to me, and they are staying anonymous, which is totally cool. This is a great story though. Hey Ryan, I have a story I'd like to share. I've heard you talk about hearing the Bigfoot speaking. Well, I live in Ohio, and me and two friends decided to go camping at a place in a state park near our town. We got out there and just hung out and cooked a bunch of food with nothing too eventful happening. So that night we were sitting around the fire having a few beers, and we started hearing talking noises. It was coming from the direction in the woods where nothing was. It was all forest back through there. Nobody would be camping anywhere in that area, and they couldn't have gotten there without us seeing anyway. But there were voices, and it sounded like more than one, with one being a tad lighter sounding. We got real quiet and listened. It sounded like words of another language, but then we could also catch a word or two in English. We heard them say would or good. I could not be sure, but it sounded just like it. And these did not sound like normal humans, but they did not sound animal-like either, until we heard the grunts. Once that happened, we got scared. It sounded mean. It would happen between other words that we could not understand at all. It sounded like Chinese. We were about ready to just take off as it is. Then we could hear the talking getting closer. We were sitting about 20 feet from the start of the tree line to the woods, and it sounded like it stopped there. We were frozen, just looking at each other, when my friend sitting across from me said, "What the hell is that?" I turned my head to look behind me, and there was a face with long dark hair hanging down in front of it. The skin was dark looking, and the firelight was shining, reflecting off of it. It was a Bigfoot looking right at us. The face had distinct features like a person's would. It let out one of those grunts, and right after, I swear it sounded like he said, "Hey," in the same loud grunting voice. When he said that, I saw his mouth open, and something about seeing that really got to me. We could not even think. All three of us got up so fast and scrambled for the truck that was only about 20 feet in the other direction. We left everything and got the hell out of there. We knew we had to go back and get our stuff, so we called the Rangers and told them to meet us back there because we thought someone was in the woods messing with us. Understandably, we did not want to admit to what we actually saw. When we got back there, 2 Rangers were down there waiting. We loaded everything up, and before the Rangers told us that it wasn't, and before we left, the Rangers told us that it wasn't a person. They said, "You guys saw Rocky." We said, "What is Rocky?" They said, "He is a Sasquatch that lives out here. We see him around sometimes, and his partner too. She is not as big. One of the guys that has worked out here for a real long time gave him the name Rocky because he was always throwing rocks at him when he first showed up here." The other ranger said, "Did he tell you hey?" And we all looked at each other then. And he looked at his partner and they laughed and said, "He told them hey." Turns out these guys had been yelling hey at him for years. And they said finally one night they heard him yell it back. "Now he says it all the time," they said, laughing. They asked us not to tell people where he was. They said he just wants to live a peaceful life out here, and we all understood. After all, he did not come after us, and I don't think he was even trying to scare us. Even though we felt better because of what they had told us, there was still no way in hell we were camping there. We went home. Thank you for the great show you do, and for the opportunity you give us to share our stories. That was a cool story. I really appreciate you sending that in. I mean, there's stuff like that everywhere. The Sasquatch have been interacting with humans for years and years and years and years. I mean, hundreds of years. So it's not like it's an unnatural thing, you know. We've coexisted before, you know, with mutual understandings and respect, and that's what gets you the farthest with them. Anyway, but this kind of stuff happens. People that work out in the woods and stuff have gotten familiar with them. Certain ones, you know, there's very nice ones, and there's also evil out there, just like there's evil among us humans. When you have diverse personalities like that, with highly intelligent, sentient beings, you know, it's a recipe for diversiveness in characteristics and behaviors. So you're gonna have that. I mean, it's inevitable. Just there's ways to distinguish between the good ones and the bad ones. One day I'll get into that. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it was a really cool story. And please don't forget, I'm going to be on Bigfoot Odyssey this Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Central Time is when we're going to start. And Carrie told me we can go as long as I feel like it. So you guys know how long-winded I am. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think about this story. And please, if you guys have anything you want me to share for you, either anonymously or if you specify otherwise. Please send it to me. Email it to paranormalrushhour@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to share it on the show. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'm hopefully going to be having a lot of guests coming on pretty soon. I'm getting that worked out. I've already got a few scheduled, and they're people that are doing really cool things, so they'll have a lot to say. Anyway, thanks everybody, and stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.